Let's talk about the documents needed if you win the DV lottery, the diversity visa lottery. And I will go further in this particular video to explain when does the KCC start requesting the documents for people who have filled the DS 260, which is the immigrant visa form number 260. When are they going to start requesting? That is very important question, because I've been receiving the comments every single day. And the questions, when am I going to, they're going to ask me to submit the documents. But I'm going also to answer another question. People want to know, what if I go ahead and send the documents before Kentucky Consular Center, KCC, request for those documents? Will that help me in one way or another? Or is it allowed? If it's not allowed, will I get punished if I do that? And then we'll go to highlight what are the documents which you need to prepare for KCC when the documents are requested, but also what are the documents which are needed when you go to the visa interview at the US Embassy on the day of the interview, and if you were the diversity visa lottery winner, DV lottery winner. Welcome everyone, this is Ernest Boniface Makulilo, EBM, and I welcome you to my EBM Scholars Show, the headquarters of opportunities. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I don't know what you are waiting for. Please consider subscribing to this wonderful channel and share the video to others. So, let me start. For the DV lottery winners, DV 2021, not 2022, 2021, there are some haven't received the email for the requesting the documents. And when you go to DV 2022, up to now, I haven't seen anybody being requested to submit the documents at the moment. I'm going to post this video. And I'm posting this video exactly in the middle of July. So when are they going to start asking the documents? So, number one, if Kentucky Consular Center, KCC, hasn't requested you to send the documents, please don't send the documents. Send the documents when the documents are requested. You will receive the email requesting you to submit the documents. That is the time you will be required to submit the documents. But the question is, what if I decide to send the documents before KCC requests them? I've been waiting for a longer time. Should I go ahead and submit the documents? My answer is no. Why? Because they haven't requested the documents. It is very simple when it comes to the processes. This is a container of the document, the number of winners who are now in the process of documents to be requested. There is another pile of people are not going to be requesting at the moment. So if you are in this group and you get excited and send the documents, they are not processing your case because you send the documents. They are not going to open to search your name and match the documents and put you here. They will not do that. So by sending the documents early, they are not going to punish you, but they are not going to process your documents until your time comes. And when your time comes, they will still send you the email, another email, sending you the email asking for the documents. You'll be asking, so many people, they ask, but I've already submitted the documents. My question is, did you submit the documents after being asked to submit the documents, or you decided to submit the documents just because you were excited, you have won, or you are so much anxious that I have to submit the documents? That is the reason why they will request still the documents. So if you submit the documents before being requested, when your time comes of processing, they will request the documents. And the time to be counted after the document submitted is the time after KCC requesting and you submitting. If you submitted the documents on your own, don't tell me, oh, I've submitted my documents since January, but nothing is going on. But when did you receive the email? Did you submit the documents after being requested? So that is the number one critical thing you want to do. So there is no punishment if you submit the documents, but there is no any advantage. They will not process your documents when you sent before being asked. I finished that question. Let me go to another question. For the DV 2022, up to July 15th, nobody I know, it might be some other people I know, has received the documents, email to be asked to submit the documents. But I know for sure, in the next 2 weeks, so many of you will start receiving emails to request the documents. Because remember, if you are the DV lottery winner, DV 2022, the interviews, regardless of whatever situation going on, regardless of the case for the DV 2022, 2021, regardless of the lawsuit for the DV 2020, those have nothing to do with the winners of DV 2022. So October 1st, which is the first day of the new fiscal year, the DV 2022 starts on October 1st. People to be interviewed starts on October 1st. That is the new government year. The government year starts on October 1st until September 30th. So for that particular reason, if interviews are going to start in October 1st for the DV 2022, and you have to be notified for the date of the interview at least 6 weeks before. So meaning, by the middle of August, people have to be notified that, okay, your interview is October 1st, your interview is November 1st, but the October, because I know in my channel there are people with case number less than 300. I know 3 people. There is another person, his case number was less than 10. So those people, their interviews will be in October. So, and they've already filled the DSC 260. So they have to be getting the email for the documents before the end of July, so that by the middle of August, they have to get the letter that their interview 6 weeks before October 1st to have the date for their interviews. So very soon you are going to hear, very soon you are going to see many people of you are going to receive the emails to request for the documents. Don't go too excited in submitting the documents before being asked for the documents. I finished that one. Let's go to the last part of this video to explain what documents does KCC require. I'm going to put also the link of the PDF of documents required in this video. Document number 1, document number 2, and everything. Document number 1 is passport. The passport you use it to apply for the DV lottery. But the question might be, that passport I used to apply, I lost that passport. Or the passport has expired. Or I used the temporary passport. There is no problem. If you lost the passport, you need to have the police record. If the passport has expired, you need to submit the only passport you used and the brand new passport. In the DSC 260, you'll use the brand new passport. But when they ask a document, you have to use also the passport you used to apply, and the new passport will be required. If you use the temporary passport, you will send the copy of the temporary passport and the new passport. So you need to have a passport. That's number 1. And the passport, it means if you are the husband, they were the father, you are the winner, you are married, you are also wife needs to have a passport. Your children, when they request for the documents, they need also the passport. Otherwise, they're not coming. Apart from passport, you need to have a birth certificate for you and your dependents. If you are single and married, it's okay. It's only for you. Another document. Remember, the name in the passport and the name in the birth certificate has to show that you are the same person. Another document, document number 3, if you are married, marriage certificate. If you are divorced, divorce certificate. If your spouse is deceased, give the documentation to prove all those kind of things. The marital status you put, you have to prove that unless otherwise you are unmarried. That is another document if you are married. Another document is police clearance report or certificate. For you, for your spouse if you are married, and if you have a child who is above the age of 16 and above, will require to have a police clearance record. And the police clearance record in any country, you have lived for 6 months and above. It doesn't matter how many years ago. If it is 10 years ago, you still need to have the police clearance record from that particular country. So don't ask me, I lived in China or Dubai for 5 months. It doesn't matter. It's not 6. You are not supposed to be. They say 6 months. If it's below 6 months, you are okay. That is also required. Another document which is required, if you have served in the military in your country, not those people you are working as contractor, as a private in the military, no. I'm talking you were wearing the uniform, you are taking the salute, you had the military code of conduct, you took the oath as a military personnel, you needed to have the military record. The purpose of it, among other things, military, they have different kind of record compared to the normal police record. So you also need to have the military record. If you have been to prison, you need to have a prison record, court and prison record if you have been to prison. Other documents, and all those documents must be, if they're in other languages, you need to have the certified English translation. Those documents, you need them. The documents which are not needed with KCC, Kentucky Consular Center, work experience and your education proof are not required documents by KCC. Education and work experience are required when you go to the interview. So you'll go with all these interviews submitted to KCC, and you are going to add the proof of education and or work experience when you go to the interview. And obviously you are going to add the medical and the passport photos, all those kind of things. But the same documents you submitted to the KCC, the same documents will go with them to the interview, in addition to proof, to give a proof of work experience and or your education, to prove that you are the one who applied and you meet the eligibility. Those are the documents which are required. Do you have any question up to that moment? If you don't have any question, let me know. Consider subscribing, share this video. I really appreciate for your continued support. Just for those who have won, all the best for the processes. For those who haven't won, the next application, the V2023, is coming up in October. Get ready for that. Okay, all the best, everyone.